Now, I know that we all have to get older because that's just how this life is. We just naturally age, right? But what I don't like about is all the changes that happen. I'm a middle-aged man. I'm 47. And there's things that you don't even think about because you've never thought about them. You know, you started out like anybody else and you thought, I'm a superhero. Nothing can break on me. Nothing can go out on me. And we lived our lives as kids just like that, even into our 20s, sometimes into our 30s. 30s, we started thinking about mortality, thinking about when we might die, right? But then you come to your mid-40s, and you're way past thinking about things that can happen to you. In fact, I literally don't do things that are dangerous anymore for the sake that at any moment in your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, you can pass away. And I'm not saying I don't do things because I fear. It's just because it's not expedient to do these things. I'd rather choose a wiser path than, doing something that's gonna take me out early. Because there's people that depend on me, children, wife, other people in our community, also especially that I'm a pastor. Gotta have a time of longevity to do some things that matter most to people around you, So I'm looking at potentially having to go do some dental work. And some of it's long-standing, should have been, taken care of a while ago. But I'm thinking about how I just do not like going to the dentist. And I'm not the only one on this because, a lot of you people are the same way. You don't like it, don't want to do it. But how important it is. And as I'm hearing my coworkers were listening, one is there 64 and one is probably in their 50s. We're here and they're talking like, about how much the procedures cost. And one of them turns to me and looks and says, "So take care of your teeth." And I'm like thinking, that's long gone. I'm in the same bracket as you guys. Now, mind you, I'm 47, they're in their 50s and in their 60s, and they're talking about, getting dental implants and things like that. And I'm not that far distant from them in what they're talking about because I need to get teeth work done too. But it's just one of those things that you just don't care to look towards, but yet these things have to get done, right? And it reminds me of what people always talk about, which is a self-care, that we should look to take care of our things so that we have less issues and less things to worry about, so that our health would be well. I have a friend, we just did a mini documentary, which I'll be editing and putting up on my media site. But, he looks fantastic. He looks great, and he's a holistic kind of guy. He's healthy. He doesn't eat chocolate. He eats cacao, and I'm like, hey, my guy, cacao. And, he even comes, and when he came to the studio, and he makes this that he made from home, and he brings it. And I'm like, this tastes just like chocolate. I'm like, he's like swears that it's so different from what it is. But maybe it's just not his process. Maybe that's what he means by that. Because it surely did taste like chocolate to me. Different. So, I see him and he's the pillar of health. He does massage therapy, he gets these treatments done and all those things. I'm looking like, hey, that's being at the pillar of health. That's what you should be doing, especially at our age, almost going 48 years old. And I guess a deeper meaning of this thing that I'm talking about is that, hey, all of us, especially as we're getting older, we definitely do need to take care of ourselves, because physically, you only have this one body. We only have this one body that we have to live on, And if we don't take care of our bodies, even for the fact that you don't like having to do these things, you have to realize how important what this one-time gift is, right? This body is a one-time gift for this physical place. It's imperative that we try to remain as healthy as possible. Not because we're afraid or full of fear or something like that, but because it just makes sense that you would want to live. So, with that said, I guess I have to go and start taking care of the things I need to take care of, because I definitely do for me. And I encourage you, you're older than 30, especially a guy, to start taking care of those things, as we all do, because